Okay, I'm going to do a quickish video on browsers. I was just thinking a few minutes ago how I seem to sort of be getting a little bit tired of Google and its behavior. The trouble is, God Almighty, we are so tied into Google now. We really are. And I thought Google Chrome came out in 2006, but it actually came out in 2008. But there may have been little testers, I think, that came out before that. But anyway, and so I was a big Firefox user, but Firefox at the time was getting, with the extensions. I mean, there was a ton of extensions that I had on mine. It got really, really slow. So when Chrome came out, because I stopped using. I didn't use Internet Explorer a lot unless I really, really had to. I used Firefox. So when Chrome suddenly came out, absolutely clean, fresh design. It was a little lightish blue sort of tinge to the actual browser. Looked really good, and I said, this looks good. So this is the current look of the browser at the moment. There you go. And you've got your little extensions that you can have up here, slightly limited of the amount of extensions. By the way, that's mine's setup. Again, I'm trying to move. The problem with a lot of the social media stuff, the browsers, you get so tied into them that it's difficult to literally pull away from them. It's like a bit like venom. They just get hold of you, and it's difficult to tear away from them and go to other, use other sources of browser or social media. Mine's is one I've been using quite a few, and it's reminiscent of the old YouTube of old, when you used to put some silly little random silly videos. You get 30, 40, 200, 300 and more people coming on. Before you know it, you had 1,000 people. Whereas today now, I'm literally getting nobody watching any of my videos that I put up onto YouTube. Maybe 1, 2, 3 put them on Minds, and here, as you can see, these ones I put up earlier, but I've already got 4, 5, 7 people. I mean, these are earlier ones before. They're not huge amounts of people, or views, but they seem to be a lot more than on YouTube. But anyway, this is the Chrome browser I'm running at the moment. I like the fact it's connected to they connected everything to your email, and other, Google Plus and all this kind of business. But even then, my main email address now is Outlook. I don't use Gmail that much now. I mean, I still have it, and there's still things popping in, but I no longer use it as my main email address. I use Outlook. Now, I have to say, Google Mail is excellent, and from my point of view, is far better than Outlook. But the way in which Google seems to be behaving, and its attitude, it's very left-leaning views, its behavior with YouTube, and so on and so on. I'm just thinking I need to untie myself from a lot of these, companies. Facebook, I don't use Facebook. I just load stuff onto Facebook. Just to piss people off, stupid things, annoying things. But I'm now trying to use the Minds network, Gab, for Twitter-like stuff. I'm trying to use that as well now. There is an equivalent for YouTube. I can't remember what it's called. There is something that's come out. More and more of these companies, MySpace needs to start up again to try and challenge. It's in a good position, even though it might have only 1 million or 2 million or so people. It's in a position that it could start up again, to challenge Facebook. It was the original Facebook, and it needs to rise up like a phoenix and challenge them. But I know it's difficult. 2 billion people. Wow. So yeah. So I'm starting to look now at other things, other browsers. I've already, as I say, my email, I don't use Chrome, I use Outlook. My browser at the moment I'm using is Chrome. And the fact that it's linked up to Gmail, it's linked up. When you log in, you're logged in automatically. And other people who are logged in as well, especially if you're doing a business. And if you will see your profile when you're doing searches and stuff like that. I think it's time to start looking at other browsers. So I've been using Chrome from its inception. So it took over from the Firefox I was using, but I was also using Opera and Thunderbird. That was the email client that I was using to collect my emails using Thunderbird. But I just moved away from them straight off because, back then the speed of the internet, even though it was ADSL, was still slow, and Chrome worked really, really well, because it just got this constant frustration of everything's Firefox was really, 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 really slow. When it started up, it took ages, and then to browse around, it took ages. It was because there was just too many extensions on it. But then the funny thing is, same thing happened with Chrome. The more you started loading up browsers, extensions, it started to, drag down. And then a couple of years ago, I think what Chrome did, they got rid of, because they must have had some third-party browsers that automatically was stuck into Chrome. And since they've got rid of those, I think they just got rid of them, the browsers just got a lot better, easier, quicker, faster than it was in the last few years. It was getting a massive problem. But I've downloaded again. Let's open up Firefox. So this is the very first time that I've used Firefox. Nope, I'm not gonna perform. I'm not gonna have it as a default. This is the very first time that I've downloaded Firefox and actually used it as a browser. Browse with the best of them. Prepare yourself for the fastest, smoothest, Most reliable Firefox. Yeah, no, not interested. Start browsing, and we'll show some of your articles, videos here, etc., etc. So you can import. Let's see where you can import. So now you can import from Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Explorer, and Chrome. Never used to have that before, both from before. So I might do that later. So these are the things that pop up. So that the main browser is obviously is now Google. Used to be Yahoo back in the day. Now it's Google. So little icon there for BBC, YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, Amazon, and eBay. And you can add some more here. You've got highlights. So this is, so it looks fairly nice. It's clean. Let's have a look at this. So you've got a new to Firefox performance. Browse with the best of them. It's a whole new Firefox built for faster page loading, scrolling, and more responsive tab switching, etc., etc. You've got a private browsing mode. You can do screenshots, add-ons, customize, or you can make it default browser. So let's see how we click on there, see how quick it is. Let's have a look. So you know, it opens up fairly quick ish. See how quickly it opens up YouTube. So so this is YouTube here, and then let's have a look at eBay. It seems fairly. I mean, I don't know. Amazon. Okay. And Facebook. So it's fairly quickish. So this is Firefox. You click on the home page, and it takes you back to the home page. You've got your settings here for your preference, about preferences, so you can see your websites. You can clean it up from here. There's a few other things you can do, new tabs that you can open, default tabs, etc. Okay, so it looks, and then what's that? And then you've got another menu, your main menu here. You've got tracking protection, so you can stick tracking protection, so hopefully you won't be tracked. How good that is, I have no idea. So that's Firefox. Here's Opera. Taking a little bit of time to open up. There we go. Boom. And I've opened this up before. So I was doing the WhatsApp download. Right, so these are the speed dials on Opera. And which looks quite good actually. Um, so I actually quite like this Opera. Woman died from asbestos-related cancer 50 years after. Let's have a look at that and see how quick that opens. Wow. So that's quite interesting. Woman died from asbestos-related cancer after washing ex-husband's work clothes. Well, look, I mean, she was 83. Come on. I mean, yeah, we all want to live forever and a day, and you know, try and reach to 100. Look, she was 83. Nobody wants to see their mother go, you know, or father or whatever. But the husband, a woman who died from asbestos-related cancer, could have developed the disease while washing her first husband's work overalls 50 years ago. Yeah. Okay. Um, have a look. It's quite interesting. First husband might have worked with asbestos. Um, so 79. Yeah, I shouldn't be. I'll have to come back to this later. Quite interesting. But anyway, look, this is the thing. It grabs you straight away. I like that. There's loads of information already there, which I tell you this, Opera is really. I've been looking to go back to use Opera. I like the fact there's a WhatsApp app already inbuilt into there. There's a Facebook Messenger, instant search. I don't know what my flow is. Snapshots, speed dials, what you love. Personal news, history. Now, there was something to do with VPN. Let's see if we can see that. So because that was the thing that I was looking at. How good it is, the VPN would be, I have no idea. But let's see if we can see something that synchronization, browser default. Right, let's have a look at advanced. So this is very Chrome-esque in certain aspects. Send a do not track request with your browsing tracking. Addresses and payment methods. So you've got, if you save your passwords, here we go, here we go, here we go. So this is the enable VPN. VPN connects to websites via various servers around the world, so your connection might be, speed connection might be affected. Let's switch that on. Bypass VPN for default engines. I don't know what that means. So let's click on that, find out what this really means when you're using the Opera. Okay, normally your browser connects directly to websites, allowing websites to identify your IP address and its approximate location. With VPN, your connection to websites via a VPN server. As a result, your apparent location changes to the location of the server. So when you enable VPN, it starts automatically, and the blue VPN badge appears in the combined address and a search bar. Voila. Click on the badge and you will see an on-off switch. Information about the amount of data transfer, the virtual location, and the virtual IP address. So let's click on that. So This is a virtual IP address, I suppose. So you can, wow, you have unlimited VPN data. Well, I'll tell you this now. If that's the case, I mean, this is something where I was looking to, you know, sort of pay for VPN service. But if this is the case, I mean, this could be, and it's free, then why not more people using it? I mean, how good is it as a VPN in comparison to paid ones? From the point of view of websites, your browser is now located in the region given by the virtual location. To change your virtual location, select a region from the address. If you do not choose a region, you are automatically assigned a optimal location. To turn off VPN, flip the switch, then the badge, whatever. Because the connection from your browser to the VPN server is encrypted, even if the local network is not used, VPN enhances your privacy on the local network. You can hide your browsing activities from other users of that network. To enhance your privacy with regard to websites, making it more difficult for them to track you, you need a combination of features. The issues of cookies. Even if you disguise your location, websites can still identify you if you have set a cookie. Notice, however, that by blocking ads, you block the source of many tracking cookie. At the end of a private browsing session, when you close the browser, all cookies from that session will be deleted. VPN is a free service, and the amount of data you are allowed to transfer is unlimited. Listen, this is probably one of the reasons why you should look at Opera as a browser alone for the VPN itself. And if this is true, okay, let's choose a. Let's go to the Americas. No. Sorry. Let's go to put it on to Asia. So if we say go to the BB, actually we can go to. Let's see how google.com. And let's see if I can go to. Well, yeah. Because one of the things I've noticed, if you're trying to go to google.com in the Americas, it won't. It will just automatically send it to BBC. BBC. It will automatically send you. You're in the UK straight away. If you see what I'm saying. Right, let me just change this location back to put it onto the Americas, and then let's just do Google. And see what happens. I don't know. CNET. Let's do CNET. And I'll try and connect to cnet.com. Okay, because when I do CNET in the UK, I always go to the UK. I can't get through to this scene, the one in America. Okay, so let's go to. All right, let me see if I can go eBay. www.ebay.com. Let me just see. Okay, so this is the American site, and let me try Netflix. So I'm just gonna it's coming up with Netflix UK. Because why is the VPN showing it's off? Right, let's see the reason why. It's on. So okay, let's go to netflix.com. It's got Netflix Sweden. Why? I don't want a Netflix Sweden. I want Netflix. So where are we now? It's in the Americas. Let's see if we can sign in. Now, right, it won't let me in. Can't use that email address. What I'm trying to do is to show that I'm just wondering how good this VPN is in comparison to let's have a look, a paid one. But even if it just gives you a bit of protection, and you can buy, go onto other sites and run, through other websites, and it's for free. Hey, this in itself is really very nice, and it's free. So give it a go and see how well it works. Let's just go back to here. So as I said, I really like this setup. Look, you've got AliExpress, you've got Amazon, you've got all these nice things, and they're nice and colourful. And then you've got, Netflix, you've got all these other ones. And then you've got these nice tabs that you can scroll through, which is cool. It's got a WhatsApp, that was already there. You don't have to download it, and you can set up your WhatsApp through here. And then it's got all the other features, so that's really cool. So I'm seriously looking at starting to use Opera over Chrome. Again, there's a lot. The problem that is, I've got quite a few things tied into Chrome, and so what ends up usually happening is you use Opera or Firefox, and you end up having to go back to use Chrome again and open it up and all this kind of nonsense, because you can't do certain things because it's got to be done through Chrome. And this is, so we've looked at Chrome, we've looked at Opera, and we've also looked at, let's just open the Firefox again. I think we not look at, yeah. So we looked at Firefox. It's cleanish, it's not bad. Actually, let's have a look at how fast Firefox does open up. Okay, this takes a little bit of time. Let's have a look at Opera. Let's click on that. Sorry. Okay. And that's Chrome. That's how it opens up the BBC website. I think they're very much the same, similar when they open up, to be honest with you. So that's Firefox there. How tracking protection works. When you see the shield, Firefox is blocking some part of that page that could track your browsing activity. Okay, that's cool. Differences to expect. Some pages may be missing because they could allow third parties to track you across different websites. Protections on, blah blah blah. Got it. So, you know, again, so if you can't see some pages, it's blocking them. Firefox, isn't it? And Chrome. Let's click on Internet Explorer, shall we, and see how well that performs. You know, this is the first time that I've actually run Internet Explorer for probably for a number of years. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Let's have a look at this Mr. Allen Sugar. It's quite interesting just to see how quick it opens up. So, don't ask again. The one thing I've noticed, I think Internet Explorer's got a little bit quicker than it used to be. It used to be very the pages used to be really slow coming up. So whether they really improved it, I'm not sure. So these are the browsers that I'm looking at the moment. Firefox looks, I mean, if you go to the main page, it's nice, clean, has a number of tabs along here. You can add more tabs here. Then you've got Opera, which at this moment in time is probably my favorite to continue using. But I mean, just for the VPN alone, I don't know how well it's going to operate, but it just looks, I mean, look, it's a really nice setup. You've got some nice icons down here. You've got Facebook Messenger if you use it on the browser. You've got WhatsApp embedded in the browser automatically. Brilliant. If you scroll down, you've got these, quite a few BBC, Netflix, Currys, depending on where you are in the world, already here. Suggestions, but it just looks nice. Then you've got these. You've got you've got an entertainment tab already embedded. So you've got arts, business. So let's click on technology. Right. So it takes a bit of time. To pop up. But I mean, already I'm just tempted by some of these things to look at. It's really good. I like that a lot. A nice technology. You've got sports here as well. Takes a little bit of time to pop up. And then you've got science. Right, okay, so it seems to be slightly intermingled with the science, with the with the other things. Let's have a look. Motoring. Okay, so as you click on them, they get added in. Right. Let's have a look. Click on all of them. Right. So if you click on all of them, everything comes. You get different things all throughout. Let's click on food, and then you will just get stories about food. That's nice. You've got opera blogs. Yeah, so you just get food. These are different pages, feeds from different places. Carbon. That looks quite disgusting. I'm not sure. Do you click on it again? Yeah. So if you click on it, it gets rid of that. Click on entertainment, and James Bond 25 title. Will the name of Daniel Craig's last Bond? There we go. So you've got various things. So you can click on that business. So it comes up. Takes a little bit of time, but I won't bother talking about those idiots. And yeah, this is all business page. Like it a lot. So I'm seriously looking at starting up with Opera again. I mean, I'll still keep with Chrome, but I'll try and make Opera my first call rather than Chrome. And I'll put Opera on my mobile as well, so that I don't just keep bringing out Chrome. So that's Chrome. You've got Firefox here. So this is what you get with with Chrome. So you get a few tabs that you've been to before, and that you have here at the bottom. Again, it's very clean. And then you've got Microsoft's own offering. So you've got a similar thing to Chrome. I think they've man wrongfully convicted for 20 years of learning to live. Yeah. So, you know, you've got similar to Opera. But the thing is, I don't know why. I'm more drawn to Opera than I am to this. Would I use this over? Would this be my second browser? No. So, you know, this is very similar, I say, but this, yeah, this is a lot quicker at opening. Yeah, that's pretty good. Lifestyle. Sport. No rugby. Where's the rugby? Oh, name player of the month despite England squad snub. Yeah, typical. Can't wait for the Six Nations. Just putting it out there. Yeah, always bloody football. Here we go. Why the view from World Rugby's autumn window is a worrying one. So, yeah. So, you've got 4 browsers that you can look at. Internet Explorer, Chrome, Opera, which is my #1 contender at the moment, and Firefox is not too bad, is okay. You need to start looking at other people. Other. You know, I mean, these have been around a long time. Firefox has been around since one of the first browsers in the business. 84, 85, I started using a proper browser on my PC when I bought a PC from the old Rumbelows that have gone under years ago. Then Internet Explorer came out after that to challenge Mozilla. It was known as at the time. No, sorry, take it back. Netscape. That was the original browser that had then morphed into Mozilla, and now you have it as Firefox. And then it went from there to using Internet Explorer for my work more than I did for personal, because it was quite clunky back then. Firefox was far better. And then Chrome came onto the scene, and I've literally, from it came on the scene, been using it ever since. The odd time tried to use in the last 2 years, 3 years, I've tried on and off to use Opera, and it's just to be honest with you, I used to have a Chrome laptop that I use at home all the time, but now that Chrome, it's no longer supported, that particular machine, so you know you're forced to go and buy a new one, which is annoying because that machine I actually bought in 5 years ago, and so they stopped supporting it. So I've now been reluctant to actually go out and buy another Chrome. So I'm now using Windows 10, back to the old PC, which laptops, and I'm literally like, even though the prices are not too bad, I think they're about 160, well under 100, 200 quid. I just feel a bit annoyed that, you know, you've been forced. The machine works perfectly fine. It still works, but they deliberately slowed it down, or in order to force you to try to abandon it and go and buy another Chromebook. And so I decided not to. So, but instead, I went and spent the money on a Windows 10 device instead, and it's amazing how nice it is. You've got access to a number of things that you don't have on a Chromebook. I managed the Chromebook for the 5 years. Although, we do have two laptops that are Windows. So if I needed to do any printing and stuff, we have that as the printer. The Chromebook was my browser. And there was a time when you couldn't go into eBay and do certain changes. It really, really was a struggle. Now you can, but again, since they've sort of put a block on the old equipment, and are now trying to force you to go and buy a new one, I refuse to do that. So I used the money that I had to go and buy another laptop, which is what I'm using now. So anyway, as I said, these are the four browsers. Which one's this one? This is Internet Explorer. So you've got Internet Explorer, you've got Chrome, you've got Opera, and you've got Firefox. As of now, Opera is looking very, very nice indeed. I like the added VPN. That alone in itself, if it works as it should do as a free VPN, then you're saving yourself whatever it is for VPN, the cost of having a VPN. So it's showing you data transfer for this month. You have unlimited VPN data. We are in the location, or it's virtual location in America. You can change it to Asia. Just, fantastic. What's this? I'll click that. Oh yeah, that's a speed dial setup. So you've got your speed dials here. So yeah, what's this easy setup? Okay, so you can use different patterns. Whoa, looks a bit like Microsoft. There you go. Very nice. Oh, you got some more here. There's quite a few that you can, which is cool. Or you've got a birdie type thing. So you can change this area from light to dark. I like that. It's good for yeah, I might leave it on that. There are other things that you can change on here. You can block ads. Let's just do that now. We block the ads. You can clear your data from here as well. Import passwords in bookmarks and so on and so on. We're going into the settings of this browser, and there you go. There you go. So yeah, it's Is it too dark? I don't know. So you've got the advanced there, and you've got more facilitated features. Quite interesting. Actually, I might leave it on the light. I think it might be better. So yeah, my favourite at the moment is the Opera with free VPN. I'm going to do some research on it and see how well it, they brought it out for the purpose of combating, or so you don't have to pay for a VPN. It's their own inbuilt one, so that's cool. Give it a go. Let's click on settings. See what else you could do. We've already gone through that, but just have a quick look. You've got battery saver. Yeah, there's other features. Oh, what's this? Opera Turbo. Enabling Opera Turbo will switch off VPN. So if you want to speed up your Opera, you won't be able to use VPN. But at the moment, not really that bothered. There are a lot more features here. Right, because you are using VPN, Opera is not using your computer's proxy settings, blah blah. So, very interesting. Yeah, so I just did a little bit of a review. It's nothing massively in depth. Just there are 4 choices of browsers that you've got out there. If you're using Chrome consistently all the time, especially at home, have a look at these other 4. Especially Opera. They may be performing very similar, but Opera has obviously got a few more features. I think it looks a little bit better than Chrome does these days as well. Give it a try. Thanks for listening.